Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Harris's Demons of Khorne. So the story that we've got going on here is that the Dark Angels arrived on this planet because they had received information that the Fallen might be operating on this land, in this planet. But when they arrived, they found that it was under the sway of a full-on demonic incursion, believing that it might still have something to do with the Fallen. Azrael himself led the force down onto the planet to go investigate and drive back the denizens of the warp to reclaim this planet for the Imperium, and also to find out whatever information they could about the possibility of the Fallen on this planet. We are going to be playing the Disrupted Signals mission from Chapter Approved 2018, which is all super warpy, so signals are interrupted. Essentially, what it is you draw four Maelstrom cards, and there's a stratagem for 1 CP that when your opponent draws the cards, you can declare one of the active ones unable to be activated. It can't be scored that turn for 1 CP. So pretty good. We'll see how it goes. My opponent has a lot more CP than I do, as you'll see, but it should be fun nonetheless. So it will be a good time. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a vanguard detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have Azrael and a Primaris lieutenant with a power sword and plasma pistol. We have 2 5-man intercessor squads and 1 5-man tactical squad. We have a 5-man Deathwing Knight squad. We have 2 venerable dreadnoughts, one with a twin las cannon and underslung stormbolter, the other with a assault cannon and an underslung stormbolter. We have a 10-man assault squad with jump packs. All of them have bolt pistols and chainswords, except for 2 guys who have flamers. Then for the vanguard detachment, we have a chaplain with a jump pack. We have 2 5-man devastator squads with 4 grav cannons in each. We have a 5-man hellblaster squad. We have 2 drop pods. And last but not least, we have a Landspeeder Vengeance. So for the Khorne Daemons, he'll be running a brigade detachment. Leading off that detachment from left to right, we have a Bloodmaster, we have a Skull Taker, we have Uraka the Warfiend, and we have Scarbrand. We have 6 10-man Bloodletter squads. 4 of the squads have banners and musicians. We have 3 3-man squads of Blood Crushers. We have 3 4-man squads of Fleshhounds. And last but not least, we have 3 skull cannons. All right, so going over deployment, I've got my 5-man tactical squad over here. I've got my Venerable Dreadnought with the assault cannon. I've got my Venerable Dreadnought with the twin las cannon. I've got Azrael, Lieutenant, 5-man intercessor squad, 5-man hellblaster squad. I've got the Landspeeder Vengeance. I've got the other 5-man intercessor squad. I've got my 10-man assault squad and the chaplain over here. And in deep strike, I have my 5-man Deathwing Knight squad and the 2 drop pods with the 2 devastator squads inside. Going over deployment for Khorne, we've got 1 squad of Bloodletters over here. 2 squads of Bloodletters. We've got a squad of the Khorne Demon, the Khorne Hounds, Fleshhounds over here. We've got another squad of the Bloodletters, another squad of Fleshhounds. We've got 2 of the Skull Cannons, the Bloodmaster, another Skull Cannon. We've got Uraka the Warfiend. We've got another 2 squads of the Bloodletters. Another squad of Bloodletters, all the Bloodletters, all the deployment for the deployment god. We've got another squad of the Fleshhounds and a squad of the Skull Crushers, right? Skull Crushers?
Blood Crushers.
Blood Crushers. Ooh, I was going to say Blood Crushers, then I second guessed myself. Blood for the blood god. Not skulls. He also there's some skulls somewhere, but not there. In deep strike, actually, they're in deep strike because we got the Skull Taker. He spent CP to put the Skull Taker in deep strike. He put CP to put Scarbrand in deep strike, and he put 2 of the Blood Crushers in deep strike as well. So that is the deployment. As of right now, Khorne will be going first, unless I can seize the initiative. Show me that 6. Show me that Phil first. No Phil face. So we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for Khorne here on turn 1. All right, so the cards that Khorne has drawn this turn: defend objective 5, which is right over here. Secure objective 2, which is right in the middle there. We've got supremacy, so hold 3, and then mission critical objective 4, which is right over here. So I think he's going to do pretty well. So we'll see how this all goes. We'll come back to you after the movement phase. All right, movement phase for Khorne Daemons here on turn 1. His blood crushers, his blood letters, his flesh hounds, his blood letters. Raka the Warfiend, his blood letters, his flesh hounds, his blood letters, his blood letters, his flesh hounds, his blood letters.
Looks like his blood letters in your sleeve.
Oh yeah, seriously, all advanced. So they all advanced up the board there, getting where they needed to go, which is pretty good. Should be trouble next turn for them for sure. But then his skull cannons and his bloodmaster all stayed still back here on objective 5. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start with this skull cannon who's going to fire into my dreadnought over here. So he's going to have number of shots.
I'm going to reroll.
You're going to spend a CP to reroll that?
Yeah.
So 6 shots, which is pretty good.
Much better than 2 shots.
Much better than 2 shots. 3 times as many, if you will. Hitting on 3s because it didn't move. So that's going to be
3 hits.
3 hits here. He's going to be strength 8. So looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be getting 1 wound there.
-2.
AP -2 ignores cover, so he's going to be looking for a 5-up save. No, that goes through. D3 damage.
3 damage.
Does 3 damage. This skull cannon is going to do the exact same thing into him over here. Getting 4 shots this time. These are going to be again hitting on 3s. Okay, getting 1 hit.
Oh boy.
These are going to be wounding on 3. That's a wound. Looking for a 5-up save. No, it's going to go through. For 5 damage. Oh, 3 damage. That's right, D3. Oh, I got that as D6. Woo-wee.
Might as well get rid of it.
And then the last one over there, can't quite see him, so he's going to fire into the tactical squad up here. So he's going to get 3 shots here, hitting on 3s. That is going to be 3 hits, wounding on 2, strength 8. That is going to be 3 wounds, AP -2, ignoring cover, so looking for 5-up saves. That is going to be 1 save, 2 dead. All right, so actually my Venerable has the 6-up ignoring wounds because of Venerable, so we're just going to roll those. No, he takes them all, of course. All right, so that's going to be it for the demon turn here on turn 5. So my opponent does score secure objective 2. He does score supremacy, so D3 victory points for that. Getting 2 victory points for that, and then he did score mission critical objective 4, but there was no one on it, so he doesn't get the extra points for that. Yep. So he's going to have a total of 4 points there. Did not get first strike yet, so I guess there's a possibility you could possibly get it next turn. Maybe on my turn. We'll see what happens. All right, so that's going to be it for Khorne Demon turn here on turn 1. We'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels on turn 1. All right, so Dark Angels here. I drew secure objective 5, which is the one by his skull cannons. Then I got mission critical objective, also number 5 by the skull cannons. Got advance. I don't want to get out of my area there. And then secure objective 6, which is actually right by my guys, so that should be fine. At least I can get that one. All right, so that's going to be it for the cards. We'll come back to you after movement phase. Movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. My tactical squad here stood still. My Venerable Dreadnought with the assault cannon moved up towards his dude bros. Everyone in this little quadrant stayed still, so the other Venerable Dreadnought, my Hellblasters, Intercessor Squad, Azrael, the Lieutenant, and my Landspeeder Vengeance all stood still. Intercessor Squad over here stood still. Assault Squad jumped up the board along with the Chaplain, and my drop pods came in turn 1 here. So 1 dropped over here right by objective number 1. Out jump the dude bros over this side. Then 1 dropped in over there, and the dude bros dropped in out over there looking on his skull cannon. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Actually, I had to move these guys from this side because when I was placing them down, I forgot I didn't see those guys over there. I was just worried about those ones. So yeah, they're all there, and they don't really care about the cover, except I guess those guys could probably do a number on whatever. We'll see.
But that's
all right, so we're going to start off with my Venerable Dreadnought here, firing into his flesh hounds over here. So we're going to fire everything into him. We'll start with the assault cannon, hitting on 3s because he moved with a heavy weapon. Okay, man, should have stayed still. Strength 6, toughness 4, so looking for 3s to wound. Wow, way to start off like that, Phil. And then the Storm Bolter into them. Okie dokie, those are all going to be hits because that's not a heavy weapon. That is going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing.
5 ups.
5 up in, full save. That's what they do.
Made one,
Makes
failed
one,
one.
fails one. Takes
One
a wound.
dog.
Tactical squad up here. 2 guys can see them. They're going to fire. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve since he didn't move. Cool, cool, cool. That's all hits. Wounded on 4s. Get back your dice. Get back here. Wound on 4s. Getting 2 wounds there. Making 1, failing 1. 1 guy dead.
Killed it.
All right, so my Venerable Dreadnought here is now going to fire his twin las cannons into his skull cannon over there, and he's going to fire the storm bolter into the dude rows over here. So we'll start with the twin las cannon, hitting on 2s. That is going to be 2 hits. Strength 9, toughness 7, so looking for 3s to wound. That is 2 wounds with fill faces. So he's got he has a 5 up invul save as well. Here we go. No, failed them both. So 2d6 damage. That is going to be 12 wounds.
I think it's dead.
Ooh, I think it's dead too. Does it explode?
No.
No, it does not. Woof. And that is first strike. And now we got the storm bolter into those dudes. Rerolling because of Azrael / Grim Resolve would have worked there too. All right, so that's going to be 4 hits. These are going to be wounding on their tough 4 or 3. The blood letters. 3s, so 3s to wound. All right, so it's going to be 3 wounds. 5 up invuls. 4 wounds, I'm sorry. But that's pretty good.
Good start.
Oh, that's how you do that. All right, so now my Landspeeder Vengeance is going to fire into his dude bro over there, and he's going to fire the heavy bolters into the squad in the middle here. So we're going to go with the top weapon first. So it's heavy D6. I am going to supercharge. Heavy D6 shots. Looking for 2. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Into 3 shots. Okie dokie.
Hey, it's an extra shot.
Yeah, I'll take
go
it.
down.
There we go. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. That is going to be all hits. These are going to be strength 8. So looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be all wounds. So he's got 5 up invul saves. Makes 2 of them, so he takes 3 damage. All right, so now my assault squad here is going to fire into the Fleshhounds. They're going to fire everything, so we're going to have the 2 flamers first. So 2d6. Ooh, 12 hits. All right, so strength 4, toughness 4, looking for 4s to wound. That is cool. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So exactly statistical. We'll take that. 5s to save. Fails 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So 2 are dead and 1 takes a wound. Then we have the pistols. Hitting on 3s. They did move. Wounding on 4s. That is going to be 1, 2, 2 wounds. 5 ups. Makes 1, fails 1. And then the chaplain's going to throw a crack grenade at that dog. That's a hit. That is a wound. 5 up invul. He's good. All right, so now my Devastator squad here is going to fire into them. The black dice are going to have the Signum, so they're going to be hitting on 3s because they moved with a heavy weapon. The others are going to be hitting on 4s because of moving with a heavy weapon. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so 9 hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s. Strength 5, toughness 3. Alrighty. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. AP does not matter to them, so 5 ups, getting a whole bunch of them there. Woo, taking 2. All right, so now my grav squad over here is going to fire over here. I'm going to put the Signum onto the guy over here, and then the other 3 guys are going to fire into the full one here. So we're going to go to the one in the back over there first. He's going to be hitting on 3s because of the Signum. That's all hits. Pretty good there. These are be strength 5, toughness 7, so looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound, AP minus 3.
5 up invul.
So 5 up invul save. He's good. And now we've got the other 3 guys firing into this one over here. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Alrighty then. Ooh, quite a few 3s there. These are now going to be wounding on 5s again. Ooh, getting much better there. We've got 3 of them to go through there. AP minus 3, so 5 up invul save.
Did 1.
Makes 1, 2 go through, so it's going to be 2d3 damage since he has a 3 up armor save. That's going to be 2, 3, 4 damage. All right, so my Intercessor squad here is going to fire into his demons right there. So we're going to fire the 10 shots here, hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. All right, that's all hits there. Strength 4, toughness 3, looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s for the lieutenant, but there's no 1s there, so that's going to be 8 wounds going into them over there. 5 up invul saves.
Making
two,
of them,
so that's going to be six
of them.
more dead. All right, Azrael is going to fire all his combi plasma into the squad over here. So he's going to have 2 shots with the bolter since he stood still, and 1 shot with the plasma. These are going to be hitting on 3s because of firing both. Rerolling 1s though because of himself. All right, so that's going to be all hits. This is going to be wounding on 2s. This is going to be wounding on 3s. All right, so that's all wounds. It doesn't make a difference for AP. And he makes 1, 2 dead. Yep. Stormbolter from here is going to fire into those guys. That's going to be 2 hits.
Good.
It's going to be 1 wound. He's good. Stormbolter from over there is going to fire into them. It's going to be 1 hit. That's going to be 1 wound. That's not a save. My intercessors over here, 2 of the guys can see and are in range of the last guy in this squad over here, and the other 3 are going to fire into the green meanies over there. So we're going to go with the 2 into this guy over here. They did not move, so better bolter rule, and re-rolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. Not meant to be. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 2 wounds.
Gonna get 2 5-ups.
2 5-ups. No, fail him. He's dead. And then 6 shots into the green meanies over there. That's going to be all but 1 hit. That's going to be all but 2 wounds, so 3 wounds total into the green meanies. We got 5-up invul saves. Making 3 of them. Okay, that's how you do that.
Okay.
All right, so these guys are going to my Devastators, my Hellblasters are now going to fire. 2 of them are closer to Uraka the Warfiend than these guys over here. The other 3 are closer to them, so they're going to have to fire theirs into the green meanies may as well. But I'm going to supercharge, and I'm going to spend a CP on Weapons of the Dark Age to get them 3 damage. So we're going to do the 2 guys into Uraka the Warfiend over there. Rerolling because of Azrael, thankfully. So that's going to be 2 hits. Strength 8, toughness, need 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds with Fill Faces. AP -4 does not matter to him. 5-up invul saves.
Made 1.
Make 1, fail 1, so he takes 3 damage. And then we got the 3 guys firing into them. Rerolling because of Azrael. Okay, 1 of them will die, and the other 2 are wounded on 2s. Rerolling 1 because of the lieutenant. So that's going to be 2 wounds, 5-ups. Makes 1, fails 1. All right, so now that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my assault squad is going to charge into the Bloodletters and the Fleshhound over here. So rolling for that.
Oh, look, you made it.
7 inches, I'm in. And now my chaplain's going to charge into the Fleshhound and the other guys. Why not? And he's in as well.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going to start off the fight phase here with my chaplain attacking into the Fleshhound. He's going to have 4 attacks because of Shock Assault, hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Strength +1 with the Crozius, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds there. 5-up invul. No, goes through. 2 damage is going to kill him. All right, so now my opponent's going to spend 2 CP to interrupt here. He's going to have 2 guys attack into my chaplain, and everyone else is going to attack into my assault marines over here. So we're going to go with the 4 attacks into the chaplain here, hitting on 4s because of -1 to hit, because he's got the Shroud of Heroes. All right, so it's going to be 3 hits. These are being strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound.
6s do double damage.
6s do double damage.
So
that's going to be
1 at 2 damage.
1 at 2 damage, 1 at 1 damage. So we'll do the 1 at 2 damage first. AP -3, but he's got his 4-up Rosaria save. That's good. And then 4-up save on the 1 wound. No, takes that. All right, so then we've got the other 8 guys attacking into my assault marines here. 17 attacks because one of them is the champion. Hitting on 3s, we'll come back to that.
A lot of hits.
And then wounding on 3s. Come back to that. All right, so we have 8 wounds into them over here, looking for Fill Faces to save them because it's AP -3. Making none of them. Oh, that's brutal.
Choice.
And then my 2 guys here are going to get to attack back. I'm going to have my Flamer guy and my Sergeant attacking in. They've got 1 attack each, except for the Sergeant who has 2, +1 because of his Chainsword, +1 each because of Shock Assault. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of the Chaplain. That's going to be 5 hits there. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 5 wounds there. 5-up invul saves.
5?
Yes. Makes 1 of them, so 4 of them are dead. All right, so that is going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here. We do have morale to take here. So my guys over here lost 8 guys, plus 1 because of the chaplain being there. So 2, they're good to go.
I need a 3 or less.
Oh, no. 8. Let's see, they lost 8, 9, 10. No, they 8 leadership 9 because of him. So re-rolling because of, and they shall know no fear. No, so I lose 1 guy though because Grim Resolve. So I'm probably going to lose... Yeah, I'm going to lose the Flamer. I kind of was hoping not to lose the Flamer, but that's what I'm going to lose. And then he's got, over here, he lost, was it 4 guys? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. Yeah, so he lost 4 guys, so 4 plus...
3 or less.
3 or less, and he'll be good. On a 6, he loses... 6 plus 4 is 10. What are your leadership? Your leadership 7? So you lose 3? What you going to do? Going to re-roll? 1 second. All right, my opponent's going to re-roll that with a CP into a 1, which means that D6 come back?
Yep.
Oh, 1 comes back, but that's fine.
Hey, that's better.
These guys lost 3, so 3 plus 6 is going to be 9.
Spent my reroll.
Oh, he spent the reroll, so he's going to lose 2 guys there. All right, so that's going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. I did secure objective 6, and I'm going to get rid of secure objective 5, just because I'm not going to get it. But my opponent also got defend objective 5 for an additional 2 points there. So I did get first strike on my turn. My opponent did not, and I did get that 1 objective. So I got 2 points. My opponent has 6 points at this point, right? Because of everything that he's gotten, because he had the D3 2. Yeah, all 4, 5 points, right? 6? Oh, 2, because it's 2 points for defend. I forgot it's 2 points for defend. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn on turn 2 for Demons of Khorne. All right, so I actually changed. I'm not going to get rid of Secure Objective 5. I got rid of Advance because I don't think I want to get out of there. But then my opponent's cards that he drew, he got Secure Objective 3, which is on my end of the board. Glory of Khorne, so he scores a victory point if an enemy character was destroyed during this turn. If an enemy character was destroyed by one of your Khorne Daemons units during this turn, score D3 victory points. Pretty good. You got Behind Enemy Lines and Domination. So we'll see how that all goes. So we'll come back to you after a movement phase for Khorne here on turn 2. All right, movement for Khorne Daemons here on turn 2. These guys moved up over here. The Fleshhounds moved up around over here. These guys moved up here. These guys moved up over here. These guys stayed in combat. Raka the Warfiend moved up over this way. These guys over here all advanced up over this way. These guys dropped in at a deep strike, as did these guys, the Skull Crushers and the Skull Taker over this side. These Skull Crushers moved back over this way, looking at my dude bros over here. And the Bloodmaster moved up around here. The Skull Cannons staying still where they were. So that's going to be it for movement phase. Scarbrand is still staying in deep strike for now. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now Uraka the Warfiend here is going to start us off in the shooting phase with his axe. He's just going to yeet that right at my Venerable Dread over here. It's going to be, what is it, D3? D3 shots. It's an assault weapon, so it's going to be D3 shots. He advanced, I should have said. So it's going to be 1. We're going to spend a CP to re-roll that.
Yep.
Into 3 shots. There you go. Pretty good. So these are going to be 3 shots. Hitting on 4s because he's -1 from advancing. Getting 1 hit. Strength 6, so looking for a
not a 4.
Not a 4. He needs, I think he's tough 7. So bump up. And that Skull Cannon over there is now going to fire into my Venerable Dreadnought over here. Getting 1 shot.
3 to hit.
Hitting on a 3. No hit. And then this Skull Cannon is going to fire into my Hell Blasters over here. It's going to get 1 shot again, hitting on a 3. That is a hit. Strength 8, so 2 to wound. That is a wound. AP -2. Yeah, so he's going to have a 4-up invul save because of Azrael there. No, that's going to go through. D3 damage. 1 damage. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his blood crushers here are going to charge into my Devastator squad and my drop pod. So the Devastator squad is going to fire Overwatch first. These are the grav cannons, so hitting on 6s. Show me that fail faces. Getting 1, 2. All right, so these are going to be tough 5. Strength 5, T4, strength 5, so 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds, AP -3, so 5-up invul save. Makes 1, fails 1, just takes 1 damage since it's not a 3-up armor save. Then the Sergeant's going to throw a crack grenade, does not get a hit, and Stormbolter from the drop pod. That's going to be 1 hit. No wound there. So their charge distance is going to be in. And now the Bloodmaster is going to charge on in here. So 9 inches will get him in. And now these Flesh Hounds are going to charge into the Devastator Squad and the Drop Pod Overwatch in here. These are with the Grav Cannons, getting 1 hit. 3 to wound. That's a wound. 5 invul. No, takes a wound. Then we've got the Stormbolter firing on in there. That's going to be 1 hit. That's going to be a wound. No saves. That's going to be a dead dog. And then a crack grenade from the Sergeant. That's going to be no hit there. So their charge distance is definitely going to be in. All right, the green squad here is going to charge into my Devastator Squad, my Chaplain, and the Assault guy here. So their charge distance 6 inches. We'll get them into somebody. And then this squad is going to charge into my Assault Marine and the Chaplain over here. Not going to make it on 4 inches. And now these Blood Crushers are going to charge into my Intercessors. They're going to fire Overwatch here, 10 shots, hitting on 6s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve, since they didn't move last turn. So it's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 1 wound. Not a save. AP -1, so no save there. So that's going to be 1 takes a wound, and then they've got a 9-inch charge to get in over here. They will be in. And then this Blood Crusher squad is going to charge into my Tactical Marines. They're going to fire Overwatch. So that's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 2 wounds. That is 1 save because they've got a 4-up armor save, so 1 takes a wound. And then their charge distance is not going to make it. Going to re-roll it because of the Skull Taker. 7 inches will not get them in. Yeah. All right, so the pups now, they didn't advance. I'm mistaken. They were the ones who advanced. These guys didn't advance. So they're going to charge into my Venerable Dreadnought, who's going to fire Overwatch here. Not getting anything with the Assault Cannon. Not getting anything with the Stormbolter. Oh boy. And a 3-inch charge should get them in. All right, so we're going to start out the fight phase over here with his Hounds attacking into my Venerable Dread. He's going to have 9 attacks on the charge here. So these are going to be, just move my dice. Looking for 3s to hit. That is going to be a couple hits here. So that's going to be 2 hits, never mind. And these are going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds though.
-1.
AP -1, so we've got 2 4-up armor saves. Failing them both. What is it, 1 damage apiece?
Yes.
So looking for fill faces here, or he's dead. Getting 1, which means he's going to be alive. Oh, getting both. Woo! All right, I'm going to spend 2 CP to interrupt here with my Devastator Squad. They're going to attack into the Bloodletters over on this side. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Okie dokie. Oof, man, math did not work out there. Wounding on 3s. Getting 4 wounds there. 4 5-up saves. No, doesn't make anything. Okay. So now the champion is going to attack back over here. He's the one that stayed. Hitting on 3s, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. AP -3, so 6-up save. Nope. And now these 3 dogs are going to attack. So they're going to have 9 attacks coming in here. Hitting on 3s.
A little better.
Pretty good there, yep. These are going to be wounding on 3s as well. That's going to be 2 wounds.
-1.
AP -1, so 2 4-up saves. Failing them both. And now these Blood Crushers are going to attack into my Intercessor Squad over here.
3s and 3s.
These are going to be looking for 3s to hit. Alrighty. Pretty good. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s.
Okay, so we have 2 damage.
There are 2 damage, and then we got 4 1 damage. So we got 2 at AP -3, 6-up saves. Nope, that's going to be 2 guys dead, and then we've got 4 saves. These are 1 damage apiece. So, and that's going to kill another 2 guys. So we got 4 guys dead so far, and then the mounts are going to attack over here. 9 attacks from them.
3s and 3s.
3s and 3s. 3s to hit. Pretty good there.
Pretty good.
And then these are going to be wounding on 3s as well.
Strength 5.
Strength 5. So that's going to be 4 of them. 4 at AP -1, so 4 4-ups. And I failed 2 of them. That means that is the squad wiped.
That's it, force wounds.
Alrighty, so now the bloodletters over here are going to take us into the regular fight phase. 4 of them are going to go into the chaplain. 3 of them are going to go into the assault marine over here. So these are the ones into the chaplain first. There's going to be, including the champion in there, so these are going to be hitting on 3s.
We're good.
Wounding on 4s.
Hitting on 4s because of your try.
Hitting on 4s because of shadow defense. So that's good. Yep. And then these are going to be wounding on 4s. So that's going to be 2 wounds, 2 4-up invul saves. And I fail 1, make 1, so he takes 1 damage. And then 3 guys into my other guy. Hitting on 3s, that's 2 hits.
Yep.
Wounding on 4s. Getting 1 wound. 6-up armor save. No, he did. All right, so now the Bloodmaster over here is going to attack into him. We forgot about his charge. We'll get him off here. So he's got 4 attacks, 3 attacks base, plus 1 on the charge. These are going to be hitting on 2s. That is going to be all hits. These are going to be wounding on 2s because he gets like plus strength base 5 plus 1 for the charge, plus 1 for immense power, and then plus 1 for his Locus of Wrath, which is his thing. So plus 3 there. So it's going to be 3 wounds at AP minus 3. So 3 6-ups. Full faces, getting 1, so 2 dead. All right, so now the Blood Crushers are going to attack. 2 of the guys are going to attack into my drop pod. 1 of the guys is going to attack into the Devastators, and all of the mounts are going to attack into the Devastators. So let's do the 1 guy into the Devastators. Is that what we're doing first?
Yep.
He's the champion. So these are going to be hitting on 3s.
Correct.
All right, all but 1 hit. These are now going to be
3s.
wounding on 3s as well.
Strength 6.
Strength 6. That's going to be all wounds. So that's going to be 4 AP minus 3. So 4 6-up saves. Make none of them. So that is the squad wiped. And then we got the 2 guys attacking into the drop pod over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s.
Okay.
All right. That's going to be all but 2 hits. Wounding on 4s is a strength 6, toughness 6.
And 6s are going to proc an additional attack.
6s are going to, on 6s to wound?
Yes.
Okay. 6s to wound, make an additional attack.
And do 2 damage.
And do 2 damage. All right, so we got 2 6s there.
Yep.
So we got 1 miss and 2 6s. So now we got 2 additional attacks. So hitting on 3s. All right, and then wounding on 4s. All right, getting 2 more wounds there. And these are going to do 2 damage apiece over here. So let's do the saves. AP minus 3 on the mounts as well. Oh no, these are the regular guys. I'm sorry. These are the regular guys. Yeah. So these are going to be. We'll do those 2 first. Not going to make those, so that's going to be 4 damage already. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I've got to save over here. 6s. Making 1 of those, so a total of 8. I think he might be dead. 1 second.
Backline.
8 wounds, exactly what he needed, and boop, that goes away. All right, so now my Dread is going to attack into his dude bros over here. He's going to have 5 attacks because of Shock Assault, hitting on 2s. These are going to be wounding on 2s. That is going to be all wounds, so 5 up invul saves. Failed 3 of them, which is exactly enough to kill them. My opponent's actually going to re-roll 1 of those. No, still enough. Dead. And now my Chaplain over here is going to attack back. 3 attacks. That is going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 2 wounds.
1 save.
Made 1, failed 1. 1 dead. And then at the end of the fight phase, my opponent is going to spend 3 CP to have these guys attack again into the Chaplain. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys attacking in there. So it's going to be 7 attacks that are going to be coming in. These are going to be looking for 3s to hit.
Yep.
Okie dokie, getting 2 hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s.
That hurts.
No wounds. All right, so we do have 1 leadership test to take here. His green boy over here lost 4 guys. 4 plus 1 is 5. He's good to go, but he doesn't have the banner, so he doesn't get any guys back there. So that is going to be it for the turn here. We'll come back to you with the cards that he scored. All right, so my opponent scored behind enemy lines. It's going to be D3 victory points, though, because he has 3 units that are in my deployment zone here. So why don't you roll for that one? So it's going to be Getting 3 victory points. That's killer. That's really good. He did not start defend objective 3, which would be over here, and he did not get Fury of Khorne because he didn't kill a character in that turn. He tried. He really tried, but he didn't get it. And he's going to get rid of domination. So that's going to be it. We'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, so I drew both Secure Objective 5, Mission Critical Objective 5, which is the ones I had. Then I drew Priority Orders Received, Psychological Warfare. So basically my Azrael has to make somebody fail a morale test only by himself, which is rough. And then I got Behind Enemy Lines. So we'll come back to you with the movement after movement phase for the Dark Angels. All right, so movement phase. My Chaplain fell back out of combat over this way. They stayed in combat. Everybody over here in this little circle stayed still where they were. He also stayed still, as did these guys. And that's and then out of Deep Strike, my Terminator's dropped in over there, looking on his other skull cannon back there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase.
If you roll like I've done.
All right, so we're going to start the shooting phase with my Hellblasters. Rapid firing into Uraka over here. I'm going to spend a CP on Weapons of the Dark Age, and they're going to supercharge because I need. We'll see. We'll see why not. Just a second here. So we'll start with this guy on the right. We'll move our way across here. It's going to be 2 shots each into him, hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. Okay, so he is going to be dead, but he does get a hit. So then the next one. Rerolling because of Azrael. Doesn't hit, but doesn't blow up. And then the third one. Rerolling because of Azrael. Oof, that's another dead guy, but a hit. Rerolling because of Azrael. Oh boy. So that's going to be another hit, and one that doesn't blow up. So 2 guys are dead. Let's see if they can wound. Wounding on 3s. All right, so that's going to be 4 wounds here. 5 up in Vol saves. And he makes 1 of them. So he is going to be dead, but I lost 2 guys in the process. All right, so now my Venerable Dreadnought here is going to fire his twin last cannon into the Skull Cannon and the Storm Bolter into these dudes. So we're going to go with the twin last cannon first. Rerolling because of Azrael. Oh, not meant to be. Wounding on a 3, that's a wound.
Not a 5.
No save there, so it's going to be D6 damage. 5 damage, he's dead. And then the Storm Bolter into these guys. That's going to be all hits because he's a Venerable Dread. 3s to wound. That's going to be all wounds. That is going to be all dead. All right, then my Intercessor Squad's going to fire into them as well. Hitting on 3s, rerolling because of Azrael. All right, 1 miss. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. All right, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. AP -1 does not make a difference, so it's 8 5-ups. Making 3 of them, so that's going to be another 5 more dead. All right, these guys are going to fire their pistol into that Bloodletter. That's going to be 1 hit. That's not a wound. Alrighty, so my Landspeeder Vengeance is now going to fire into these guys. I'm going to spend nothing. I'm not going to spend anything. But he is going to supercharge here. So I'm going to fire the main cannon first into them. So we're going to go with... actually, we're going to fire the main cannon first. So it's going to be D6, heavy D6. So it's going to be 5 shots. Respectful. Yeah, these are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. Yep. All right, so 1 miss, but doesn't explode. So that's going to be 4 hits. He's going to be wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. That's going to be 4 wounds there. Makes 3 of them, so that 3 damage that was going to kill 1 of them.
Things aren't going.
And then the heavy bolter into these guys. That's going to be all hits. Rerolling the 1s because of the Lieutenant. That's going to be 1 wound. AP -1.
5 up.
5 up. He's good. And then my Chaplain, because he's got fly, is going to fire into those guys. Why not? That's why not. All right, so now Azrael is going to fire both profiles into these guys. The Bolter gets a double tap because of the better Bolter rule, but the Plasma is just out of range for double tapping there. So the black is going to be the Plasma. These are all going to be hitting on 3s because he is firing both profiles.
This is just that cool.
See, that would have killed him. I'm glad I did not supercharge. These are going to be Strength 4, Toughness 4, so 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. That's going to be just the 1 wound there. AP minus, I think 1. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. So that's going to be a wound for 2 damage. Tactical squad here is going to fire. He's going to fire his pistol into these guys. The other 2 bolter guys are going to fire into the 1 guy in the middle there. So we're going to fire the 1 guy in the middle first. That's going to be 3 hits. That's going to be 1 wound. 5 up. No, he's going to be dead. And then the 1 pistol shot over here. That's a hit. That is not a wound. All right, so now my Venerable Dreadnought's going to fire into these guys over here. So we're going to do the Assault Cannon first, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. That's all hits. Strength 6, so 2s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. 5 up invols. Making 1 of them, so 4 are dead. And then the Storm Bolter. Rerolling 1s for Grim Resolve. That's all hits. 3s. That is going to be 2 wounds. Makes save. 1, fails 1. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, he's going to charge into his Bloodletters over here. He'll be in. And now my Deathwing Knights are going to charge into his Skull Cannon. Does he get to Overwatch?
Yes, he does.
He does. All right, so he's going to get D6 shots. That's going to be 3 shots. These are going to be hitting on 6s.
Yep.
Nope, no hits there. So their charge distance, they need 9 inches to get in. Come on, boys, you can do this. Oh, I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll this. Come on, 3 up. Yeah, with the other filters. Woo! All right, so into the fight phase, we're going to have this guy attack into here. So he's going to have 5 attacks on the charge, hitting on 2s. Alrighty, these are now going to be wounding on 2s. Saying there's a chance. That's going to be 4 wounds. 4 or 5 ups. Makes 2 of them, so 2 are dead. And now these guys are going to attack over here. We're going to go with the maces first. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty then. And these are going to be wounding on toughness 6, 7. So still wounding on 3s. Alrighty, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 5-ups. No, he is. Yeah, did not make made 1. A single one. So he is dead. Alrighty, so now these guys are going to attack. We're going to go with the sergeant first into the Bloodletter. He's got a chainsword, so hitting on 3s. That's all hits. Wounding on 3s. That's all wounds. 3 5-ups. Makes not enough to be. He is going to be dead. And then the Devastator guy into them. It's going to be 1 hit. That's a wound. That's a save. And now the Hounds are going to go into my Devastator squad over here. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. Getting 3 wounds. 3 AP minus 1, so 3 4-ups. Failed 1.
4, 5.
And now these Bloodletters are going to attack into my Dread over here.
3s and 5s.
Hitting on 3s. Alrighty. And then wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound.
That's 2 damage.
It's going to be 2 damage if it goes through here, so it's going to be looking for a 6-up armor save. Nope. And then 2 damage, so 6-up ignoring wounds. Fill faces! No, none of them. Oh, that's enough to kill him, so does he explode? No, he doesn't. All right, so that's going to be it for the fight phase. We are now going to roll for morale over here. These guys lost 7 guys, so 7 plus 5. They are wiped. And that's going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here. So we'll come back to you with the cards that I scored. All right, so I got secure objective 5 for 1 point there. I got mission critical number 5 there, but because he controlled it at the beginning of my turn and I control it now, I get D3 victory points for that one. 3 victory points, pretty good there. And then I got behind enemy lines with just the 1 point there. And I'm going to get rid of priority orders received because I don't think Azrael can cause anybody to just on his own run away there. So that's pretty good. I'll take that. So it's I've got what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. My opponent has I think 8 points now.
9 points.
9 points right now. So 9 to 6. It's going to be close. So we'll see how this goes. So we'll come back to you after with the cards drawn for Khorne here on turn 3. All right, so my opponent still had defend objective 3 and the Glory of Khorne. Then he drew defend objective 2 and Kingslayer. So we'll see how these go. We'll come back to you after movement phase. All right, movement phase for Khorne here on turn 3. Skull Taker, Skull Taker moved up over this way, as did his Blood Crushers. These Blood Crushers moved up over this way. His Khorne Hounds fell back out of combat over this way. These Bloodletters moved up over this way. These Bloodletters moved back over that way. He came in, Scarbrand came in out of Deep Strike over here, 9 inches away from my dude bros. And then his Blood Crushers and the Bloodmaster moved up over this way towards those guys. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Oh, no. Do you have any shooting? No.
Scarbrand's out of range.
Scarbrand's out of range. So no shooting. We'll come back to you with the assault phase. All right, so we're going to start off with the Blood Crushers here, charging into my Vendread and the Intercessors. So we'll have the Intercessors first. Only 2 of them can see. Rerolling because of Azrael. Ooh, man, that reroll really helped. Strength 4, toughness 4, right? So looking for force to wound. That is going to be 4 wounds, AP -1, so looking for 5 ups. 3, sorry, 3. 3, 5 ups.
Made 1.
Makes 1, so 1 takes 2 wounds. I think he's got down to 1 left on this guy. Then we'll do the Stormbolter from the Vendread. Rerolling because of Azrael. Getting 2 hits. Getting 1 wound. That's the save because it's not AP -1 on the bolter. And then we got the twin las cannons over here. Rerolling because of Azrael. Nothing there. So his charge distance, 5 inches, maybe. All right, so he's going to reroll the charge with the character there. He was thinking about spending his last CP just to reroll the 1 die, but because of that, he's just going to roll them both. And no, 6 inches will not get him in. Blood Crushers here are going to charge into Azrael and my Lieutenant. So we're going to do Azrael first. Black will be the plasma shots. Not going to supercharge, obviously. Hitting on 6s. Rerolling. Nope, no hits there. And then the plasma pistol from the Lieutenant is not going to be a hit. Oh, rerolling. No hit there. Their charge distance, 9 inches will get him in. All right, Scarbrand is going to now charge into my Hellblasters. I'm going to supercharge. So we'll do the regular guy first. 6s, getting 1 hit, reroll. Into 2 hits, pretty good. And then the Sergeant there, rerolling. So he's going to be dead, but I did get 2 hits. Strength 8, toughness 7, so 3's to wound. Rerolling 1s because the Lieutenant. Nope, not meant to be, so 1 wound. 5 up, invul, he's good. So the Sergeant is dead. So he needs a 9-inch charge to get in here.
Scarbrand killed somebody
exactly,
on the charge.
someone died on the charge. So Blood has
rerolling for himself.
Rerolling for himself there.
I'm getting
with those 2. He's getting more dice here because he's not feeling those ones. So here we go. 9-inch charge he needs. No, he will not make it. Skull Taker into the TAC Marines here. That is going to be no hits there. His charge distance, 6 inches will get him in. All right, so these guys over here are now going to charge into my Deathwing Terminators. They need Deathwing Knights. They need a 7-inch charge with the Musician in there. They do make it with an 8. All right, Bloodmaster is going to charge into them. Need a 6-inch charge. He will get it with a 6. And the Blood Crushers looking for something similar. Make it with a 7. And then these Bloodletters are going to charge into the Chaplain. I'm going to throw a frag grenade. Why not? 2 shots. No hits. Their charge distance. Oh, look. They're in. All right, we're going to start over here with the Blood Crushers into Azrael. So he is going to, they're going to put everything into Azrael. So here come the regular guys' attacks, hitting on 3s. All righty. That is going to be all but 2 hits. These are going to be, yeah, seriously, these are going to be wounding on 3s.
That's still pretty good.
Not bad. So it's going to be 3 6s and 2 regular saves there. So we'll do the 3 6s first. These are going to be AP -3. So looking for a 4-up invul save from Azrael's bubble. Making 1, failing 2, which means that he's already taken 4 damage. Hoo boy. And then these 2 4-up invuls. All right, makes both of those. And the mounts attacks. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
At least I'm pushing you to your invul save with it.
All right, so it's going to be 2. These are AP -1, so these are going to be 3-up saves because he's got 2-up armor save. Making both of those. All right, I'm going to spend 2 CP, bring me down to 1 CP left, and these are going to go into, all the maces are going to go into the Blood Crushers. Blood Master is going to get all of the flail attacks. So these are going to be the maces first, hitting on 3s. Alrighty then. All right, they're toughness 4, right? So
correct.
wounding on 2s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are going to be looking for invul saves. 5 ups.
Making 3.
Making 3, so 3 go through. So they're 3 damage apiece.
Okay,
So that's going to be
kills him.
kills him.
And kills him.
Yes,
So
kills 2 guys.
Leaves the champion.
There we go. And now the Knightmaster with his flail is going to go into the Bloodmaster over here. So 4 attacks on the because he was charged there with Shock Assault, hitting on 3s. That's all but 1 hit. Wounding on 3s because his strength +2. He's toughness 4. That's going to be all wounds. 5 up invul save. Making 2 of them, so he takes 2 damage. All right, now these guys are going to attack into my Chaplain, hitting on 3s. Yeah, that was a hit. And then the one there. And then these are going to be looking for 3s to wound. All right.
2 damage.
And 3 regular. So those 2 damage ones. 4 ups. No, he is dead. All right, so now these Bloodletters are going to attack into my Deathwing Knights. So he's got 21 attacks from them here. Hitting on 3s. We'll come back to you with that. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so we have 4 2 damage and 6 1 damage. So we'll do the 4 2 damage first. These are looking for 3 up invul saves on their shields. Failed 1 of those, so 1 guy will be dead. And then we've got 6 that are coming in over here. 3 up armor saves. 3 up invul saves. Again, 2 failed there, so it's going to be 2 guys that are dead.
Everybody's healthy. I'm going to do the Bloodmaster.
And now the Bloodmaster is going to attack into these guys over here. So he is going to have 4 attacks on the charge here. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, all but 1 hit. Wounding on 2s.
Oh, I actually forgot about the Crimson Crown. Oh well, too late for that.
Getting 1 wound. AP
-3.
-3, so 3 up invul save. No, failed that. I'm going to use Azrael's... Nah. What's the damage on this?
D3.
D3 damage. Yeah, I'm going to use Azrael's free reroll. He's good.
Into the...
And the blood crusher over here hitting in. This is the regular guy first, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Getting 1 wound there. He's good. And the mount. He's going to get all hits there. That is all wounds there. -1, so 3 up save regardless. And he makes them all.
On the charge.
All right, so now the Skull Taker over here is going to attack in here. He's got 5 attacks on the charge.
2s and 3s.
Hitting on 2s. It's all hits. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be all wounds.
5 -3s.
5 AP -3s. 6 up serves. Making 2 of them, but that's enough to kill the whole squad. And now Azrael's going to attack back here. He's got 6 attacks hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of himself. Okay, not meant to be on that one. These are now going to be strength +2, so strength 6, looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1 because of the lieutenant there, so that's going to be 3. These are going to be AP -3. 5 of invul saves. 3 of them. Oh, nope, doesn't make any of them. So the first one, D3 damage, does 2 damage. So then the second one will kill that guy, and the last one is going to do 3 damage to him, down to 1.
Yep.
And the Primaris Lieutenant's going to have 5 attacks because of Shock Assault here, hitting on 2s. That's going to be all hits. He's got a regular power sword, so wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. That's going to be 3 at AP -3. 5 ups. Yep. No, he will be dead. All right, so my opponent scored the Glory of Khorne. He gets D3 for that because a Khorne Demon unit was the one who killed it. So D3 victory points. 3 victory points. Pretty awesome there. Went up to 12, which is really, really awesome.
Chaplain was really worth it.
Chaplain is really worth it, apparently.
How hard it was to kill him.
Yeah. And my opponent's going to keep his other objectives, defend 2 and defend 3. So he started on defend 2 over here, and he started on defend 3 over here. Probably going to get both of them, actually, and then Kingslayer. So it's going to be tough to get them all off there. So that's going to be it for the Khorne turn here on turn 3. We'll come back to you after with the cards drawn for Dark Angels on turn 3. All right, the objectives for Dark Angels here on this turn. I got defend objective 4, Kingslayer, Path of Redemption, which is score 1 victory point if during your turn a friendly Dark Angels unit charged an enemy unit with a higher power rating than its own, and defend objective 3. So we'll see how this all goes. We'll come back to you after the movement phase. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here. My Venerable Dreadnought moved up over this way, looking on these guys over here. My Sergeant stood still over there. Drop pod has to stay still. These guys stayed in combat. Over here, everybody moved up over this way towards the big old scary guy in the middle there. So we'll see how it goes. This is all coming to a head here. We'll see how this happens here. So that's going to be it for movement phase. We'll come back to you with shooting phase. All right, we're going to start with my intercessors firing into the pups over here. So we're going to have 10 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Azrael. Okay, not meant to be on those. These are now going to be strength 4, toughness 4, so 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s, but there are no 1s there. Ooh, boy. So it's going to be 3 wounds, AP -1. Fails all of them. All right, so now this guy's going to fire. He's going to fire the heavy bolter into the dogs, and he's going to fire the plasma cannons into Scarbrand over here. I'm going to supercharge, and I'm going to spend my last CP on weapons of the Dark Age. So here we go. We're going to fire heavy D6 shots. 2 shots. I wish I could re-roll that, but I can't. Hitting on 4s because he moved with a heavy weapon. Re-rolling because of Azrael. That's going to be 2 hits. Strength 8, so 3s to wound. That's going to be re-rolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. That's going to be 2 wounds. 5 up invols. Makes 1, fails 1, so he's going to take 4 damage. And then the heavy bolter into the dogs. Re-rolling because of Azrael. That's going to miss that one. That's going to be no wounds. Storm bolter into those guys.
You can't.
Why can't I?
Oh wait, you killed that dog over there.
What dog? You shouldn't. These are the dogs.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. These are going to be wounding on 4s. It's all good. So that's going to be 2 wounds.
Yep. I forgot about
5 ups.
Failed them both.
Failed them both. My Venerable Dreadnought's going to fire Stormbolter into the doggo, and he's going to fire the twin las cannons into these bros. We'll do the twin las cannons first. That's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be toughness 4, so 2 wounds. 5 up invols. Fails them both. So the first one's just going to kill that one guy, and then D6 damage. 6 damage, so another one dead. And then the Stormbolter into that guy. That's going to be 2 hits, because he's venerable. That's going to be cocked. That's going to be 1, no wound, because he's tough 4. All right, so my Lieutenant's going to fire into the dog there with his plasma pistol. That is a hit. That is not a wound, but he gets to reroll 1s because of himself. Into a wound. Does not save it. He is dead. My Hellblaster is going to supercharge into Scarbrand here. 2 shots hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds. AP -4. 5 up invols. No, so he's going to take 4 damage. Alrighty, so now I am going to have Azrael fire into Scarbrand. I'm going to supercharge, and I'm firing with both barrels. That's right, people. We're right back to Phil possibly killing himself. Classic Phil killing himself here. Let's see what happens here. Black will be the plasma. He's going to be hitting on 3s, only re-rolling 1s because of himself. Here we go. Come on, baby, you can do it. Oh, that's a 2. You're going to be dead. Re-rolling these. Okay, so 1 plasma and 1 bolter. Plasma is looking for a 3 to wound. The other one's looking for a 5 to wound. All right, both go through.
So plasma 5 up.
Plasma is going to be 5 up invul. Nope, no. So that's going to be 2 damage to him, and then the bolter is AP -1, so 4 up. No, so he takes another 2 damage. So he takes 4 damage. And that is Slay the Warlord. This guy's going to throw a frag grenade into these bros. That's going to be 5 shots. Hitting on 3s. Okay. Did not move, so re-rolling 1s. Okay. These are now going to be strength 3, so 4s to wound. Getting 3 wounds.
5 ups.
3 5 ups. No, fails 3. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. He is going to charge into both these guys over here. No Overwatch to be had. And he's in. And now, first, my Vengeance is going to charge into him over here. He's going to get 6 shots.
5 to wound.
5s to wound. No wounds there. His charge distance is in. Now my Hellblaster is going to charge. He's in. Now my Intercessors are going to charge 5 inches. And my Lieutenant's going to charge in. He needs a 7-inch charge. And he's in. And then he's going to charge into them. And he's in. All right, so here we go. We're going to start into the fight phase with my Lieutenant. He's going to have 5 attacks. 5. Scarbrand gives him an additional one, so 6 attacks here. These are going to be hitting on 2s. Okay, that's all but 1 hit. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. That's going to be 2 at AP minus 3. 5 up invulns. Nope, fails both of them, down to 2 wounds. And now I'm going to do the Intercessors and the Hellblaster at the same time because they don't have any benefit from that. 25 attacks with them because they've got 2 attacks each except for the Sergeant who has 3. Plus 1 because of Shock Assault, and plus 1 because Scarbrand is a really angry, spicy boy over there. So here we go. These are going to be hitting on 3s. We'll come back to that. All right, and then we are going to be wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. Reroll that 1. Oh no, we've got 1, 2, 3. Just 3 wounds in that whole thing there.
3 3-ups.
Oh man, 3 3-ups. Oh, and he failed all 3.
I can't save him.
And he is dead. Oh no. Now my Vendread is going to put 4 of his attacks into the Skull Taker and 1 into the Blood Crusher. So we're going to put the 4 into the Skull Taker first, hitting on 2s because he's venerable. All right, so it's going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. That's going to be 3 wounds, 3 5-ups. Makes 2, so he takes 3 damage. And then the 1 into the Skull Crusher, Blood Crusher over here. That's a hit. That is a wound. That's not a save, so he takes 3 as well.
Yep.
My Sergeant is going to have 4 attacks over here. Hitting on 3s. That's all hits. Wounding on 3s. That's going to be 3 wounds. 3 5-ups. It's all good. 3 5-ups.
Making one of them.
Making one of them, so 1's still alive. All right, and then these guys are going to attack back. A guy with a mace and a flail are going to go into his Blood Master, and then the other mace is going to go into the Blood Crusher. So we're going to do the flail first, hitting on 3s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound. 5 up invul. No. He's going to spend his last CP on that. Protect him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good. And then the mace attacks into him. That's going to be 2 hits. That's 2 wounds.
That's not good.
5 ups. No, he will be dead. And that is Slay the Warlord. And then the last guy is going to go into the Blood Crusher. That's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 2 wounds. Fails him. Makes 1 5-up, so he takes 3 damage, down to 1. And now the Bloodletters are going to attack back into me over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty. And then there's that 1, 2 in the middle. And then these are going to be wounding on 4s.
6s do double.
6s do double damage. Okay, got 1 6 and 1 2 3 regular ones. So we'll do the 1 6 first. 3 up, he's good, and then we got 3 regular ones. Making all of those. And now the Blood Crusher is going to attack back. That's going to be all but 2 hits. 2 wounds. Making 2 filth verses. Woo! And the Juggernaut. Going to get 2 hits there. 2 wounds, right? He's strength 4? Strength 5. So that's 2 wounds. Minus 1. So 1 failed. All right, so now the Skull Taker is going to be attacking in over here. So he's going to be hitting on 2s. All right, so it's all but 1 hit. These are now going to be wounding on 5s.
6s are going to do a whole lot of damage.
6s do a lot of damage. Again, 1 6.
So it's going to be
AP minus 3.
Yep.
So 6 up armor save. Nope, that's going to go through.
D3 plus 3.
D3 plus 3 damage. Ooh,
6
6 total damage. So let's see if I can make any fill faces to ignore some of those with my venerable ignoring wounds. Nope, I don't ignore any of them. Down to 2 wounds.
Blood Crusher.
And the Blood Crusher.
Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s because of Skull Taker there. So that's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 5s.
Yep.
Again, 1 wound. 6 up save. No. 6 up ignoring wound. No. Down to 1. And his mount. Getting 2 hits.
Needing 5s.
Needing 5s. Getting 1
minus
wound.
1.
AP -1. 4 up armor save. Yeah, with the fill face. And then his dude bro over here. That's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be
1 wound.
1 wound.
6 up save.
6 up save. I need that fill face again. No, and I get it with the fill face. Woo! All right, so we do have morale test to take over here. He lost 6 guys in total.
He's gone.
+4. He is running away over there, and that guy is getting
Warping out.
and my guy's going to become a veteran sergeant after that one. Pretty good there. So that's going to be the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. We'll come back to you with the cards that I scored. All right, so I did not start Defend Objective 3 because we're both contesting it over there.
Stop me from getting
I did stop him from getting Defend Objective 3, which is good. I also stopped him from getting Defend Objective 2. Path of Redemption, I do believe that 1 Hellblaster is a lower power level than Scarbrand, so I did score that one. I did get Kingslayer, so that's going to be D3 victory points for that one. 3 victory points for that. Wow, we've been really rolling the 3s for our D3s. And then Defend Objective 4? Which one's the 4? No, I'm not even close to that one yet. I'm actually going to get rid of Defend Objective 4 because I don't think it's worth me trying to go over there. All right, so that's going to be it for turn 3. My opponent did score an objective on my turn there. He got Kingslayer when Azrael blew himself up there. So D3 victory points. 3 victory points again! Ooh, man, we are really racking up these points. Ooh, boy. What are you at now? Is that 17 points?
Yes.
Ooh, 17 points with Kingslayer and Slay the Warlord in there. And I've got 3, 6, 10, 11, 12 points with First Strike and Slay the Warlord. Oh, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for Khorne here on turn 4. All right, so my opponent still had Defend 3 and Defend 2, which he didn't get because I managed to get on there and kill what stuff was on there. Then he drew Assassinate and the Great Game. The Great Game is you roll a d6 at the end of each turn after generating this objective. You score a number of victory points if you control exactly that number of objectives. So if you roll a 3 and you control 3 objectives, you score 3 points. Or I guess if you controlled all 6 and you rolled a 6, you could score 6 points. But that's tough. That's really, because if you roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5, you're not getting that. So super random, super weird.
Chaotic.
It's chaotic. Super chaotic. So I guess it's appropriate, but yeah, so rough. All right, so we're probably going to go straight into the fight phase because no one's backing out. Everyone wants to just punch things. So we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we're going to start with Skull Take over here, punching into my Vendread. He's going to get all but 1 hit. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. Yep. 6 is the ridiculous one, and 1 is just, what? 3. Oh, gross. All right, so we'll do the 6 first. Nope, that's going to go through. And then the other one is going to be good. So D3 plus 3 damage. So 6 damage 6 damage once again. I need to make all 6 fill faces. I'm going to woo so hard if this happens.
Would you woo?
I would woo so hard. So much woo! No, he is totally dead. But does he explode? No, he doesn't. I really wanted to. That would have been kind of funny. So he is dead. All right, so now I'm going to activate my guys over here. So we're going to have the flail and the mace attacking into his guy here, and then 1 mace into his blood crusher here. So we'll do the blood crusher first. That's going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 2 wounds. 2 5-ups. No, he will be dead. And now the flail is going to go into the bloodletters over here. He's got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. All right, so it's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 2s, strength plus 2, strength 6. All right, so that's going to be 5-up invul saves. Fails both of them. So they're 2 damage apiece, and damage carries over here. So that's going to be 4 dead bloodletters. And then the 2 attacks from the maces. That's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 2 wounds, 2 5-ups. Makes 1, fails 1, so 1 guy dead, because those don't carry over. And now his guys are going to attack back over here. 6 attacks. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. These are now going to be wounding on 4s. So that's 1 wound there. Looking for a 3-up invul save. He's good. All right, so these guys lost 5 to the fight there. So morale test. 5 plus 4 is 9. So 2 of them are going to run away. And that will be the end of the Demon's turn here.
That's the great game.
So that's the end of 4. What's that? Oh yeah, let's see the great game. So I think you've got 1 objective here because you're a troop. You got 2 objectives. That's right.
Objective scared.
So if he rolls a 2, he'll get this. No, a 5. So he doesn't control 5 objectives. Does not get the points there. So at the end of the game, at the end of the turn there, he did not get any of his cards, and he got rid of Defend 2 because it just wasn't going to happen there in the middle. So that's going to be it for... he does start on Defend Objective 3, though, so we'll see how that all goes out. So that's going to be it for the Demon's turn here on turn 4. So we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for the Dark Angels. All right, so I drew Secure Objective 1, Defend Objective 6, Secure Objective 4, and Defend Objective 3. So we'll come back to you with those, with the after movement phase. All right, movement phase. He moved back over here, getting onto the objective. He moved up over here to get some shots into these guys. These guys advanced. First he advanced, just wasn't able to get into there, so then they advanced, got into there. He advanced over this way. He's going to stay right there on top of Objective 1, and then these guys stayed in combat back over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now he's going to start us off shooting. He's going to put the plasma into the Skull Taker, and he's going to put the heavy bolter into this dude, bro. So we'll do the heavy bolter first. That is going to be 2 hits because he moved. Wounding on strength 5, toughness 4, so 3s to wound. That's rerolling that 1 because of the lieutenant into a wound, AP -1, so 5-up save. No, he's dead. And here comes the plasma, D6, heavy D6. Ooh, 6 shots. These are going to be not going to supercharge. Well, no, he's also needs 1 wound, so he's got 4s to. Because he's tough. He's strength 7. 3s to wound, unless I do supercharge in this 2s. All right, I'm going to supercharge because I feel like it's worth it. All right, so these are going to be hitting on 4s. Alrighty, so he will suffer mortal wound. He'll suffer 3 mortal wounds and then can't fire that thing ever again. Oh, wow. Yeah, so it's pretty rough, but I got these 2 in there. These are going to be wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds.
2 5-ups.
2 5-ups. No, he is going to be dead. All right. Then we have the fight phase over here. We're going to go with the flail first. That is going to be 1 hit. That is a wound, though. So you need a 5-up invul save. No, so that is going to be 2 more guys dead. And then the maces. Oh, that's going to be 1 hit. But that is a wound. Oh, and he's good. And then he'll swing back over here. That is going to be a hit. That is not a wound, though. All right, so we've got his morale test over here. 5 plus 7. He's good, right? Or is that 7? They're base 7? All right, they're 7, so they're good. He's good to go. So he will be there.
Great game, 1 point.
So at the end of each round, it says, or each at the end of each turn. Yeah, so each turn, player turn. So it's player turn. So he's going to roll for great game.
See if I can 1.
Gets it 1. No, he does not, so he will not get that point. We'll now go back to show you what cards the Dark Angels scored. All right, so I scored both Secure Objective 1 and Secure Objective 4, and I started on Defend Objective 6. Defend Objective 3, I'm going to get rid of that for now because I think I could probably pull something better maybe next turn. All right, so at the end of this turn, I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. 12, 13, 14 because of First Strike and Slay the Warlord. So 13, right? No. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I got 13 points there. How many do you have?
I have 17.
17. It's 13 to 17 right now at the end of turn 4. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for Demons on turn 5. All right, so he drew Secure 4, which is not going to happen with his 1 guy left, and we will just go straight into the fight phase. All right, so here we go. He's got his 1 attack in over here. That is not a hit. And then the mace is going to attack back. He's going to get 2 hits. That is not going to be any wounds.
I was confused.
Sorry, if I said mace, I meant to say flail, because that was 3 attacks there. So we got the, now the maces are going to attack in here. So that's going to be 3 hits. That's going to be 2 wounds. We got 2. 5-up invul saves. No, he is dead. And that is a tabling right now. But because we are playing a mission from the chapter approved, it does mean that we will keep going on here. So that's going to be the top of turn 5 here. So at the top of turn 5, my opponent has 17 points because he didn't score any of his objectives there. And I have 13, 14 points because I also am going to have line breaker with that one. So I need to try to get 3 points on this turn. Otherwise, could possibly end and give a victory to Demons still. So let's see what happens. We'll come back to you with the cards drawn. All right, so at the end of his turn, I actually also scored defense 6 because I held that for the 2 turns there, which puts me at 17 points. So it's 17 to 17. I recounted. It's a tie game. So now we're going to draw the cards to see what the Dark Angels have going in the possibly last turn here on turn 5.
Don't draw.
All right, so I drew overwhelming firepower. There's nothing to shoot. I got seize and interrogate. I've got nothing to seize or interrogate. Blood and guts. I got nothing to get that blood and guts from. And assassinate. Nothing left to assassinate. Oh boy, I can't score any of these on this turn. Oh man, yeah, that's nothing to do there. So I'm gonna do my movement phase. And we'll come back to you. All right, so the end of the movement phase, I moved over here. I moved over here. He advanced up there. He has to stay on here. These guys stayed on here, and they stayed back on there. So I've got all the objectives covered. We now just need to see if this game goes on. It's tied right now, 17 apiece. My opponent's going to roll here. On a 3-up, we go on to turn 6. You got to do it. Oh, it's over. It's a tie. Oh, man. You can't ask for a closer game. I've got like a handful of bottles left on the board. It's super close. He got hit shoot anymore. He's got no models left on the board, but he wins or ties. I guess it's a moral victory, really.
You purged the planet.
I purged the planet, but that's what it is. I purged the planet. There's no more demons on this planet, but the Fallen that had started that incursion got away and slipped out of our hands as we were fighting here. So a tie. No one really wins, but no one loses. Moral victory in the grim darkness. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is no winning. Oh, so good. So close, yeah, only blood. So at the end, only Khorne really was victorious because he got plenty of blood, plenty of skulls for the skull throne and the blood god. So, oh man, killer. That was so much fun. So much fun. I really like that. I really like when you don't have sudden death in effect, just because you can have something like that happen where literally, and the thing was, my opponent was like, we were talking about this and Harris was like, you know, as long as you don't draw everything like overwhelming firepower, you should get the victory here. And then the first card I drew was overwhelming firepower. Exactly. He's like, oh wow, how'd I call that? I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little worried. And then I go blood and guts, seize and interrogate, and then and assassinate. And I was like, oh boy, we're in trouble here. So sure enough, that we're rolling that one. There we go. So a tie game between Khorne and the Dark Angels. A ton of fun though. A lot of fun. So, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Harris, and until next time, have fun.